Let's add and subtract some decimals. The most important thing is line up the decimal point. This is your assignment. We're going to use two of the problems as examples. Let's start with number 1 across. Number 1 says 0.55 plus 0.503. The first thing I'm going to do is add a placeholder 0. Notice how the decimal points are right on top of each other. I'm using the red circles to represent each digit. Let's start on the far right with 0 plus 3. 0 plus 3 equals 3. So that goes in my answer. Next, I have 5 plus 0. 5 plus 0 equals 5. Next, I have 5 plus 5, which equals 10. I'm going to carry over the 1, so it goes to the other side of my decimal point, and I have 1.0. Now let's look at that with numbers. My 0 plus 3 equals 3. My 5 plus 0 equals 5. And 5 plus 5 equals 10. I carry over the 1, and 1 plus nothing equals 1. So my answer is 1.053. And that fits nicely up at number 1. Now let's look at 4 across. This problem I'm going to solve using this website I'm going to share with you. First things first, I write out the problem. So I have 12.4 minus 8.34. And I make sure I line up the decimal points. Everything else I can use some placeholder zeros. Now I'm going to pull out these little circles to represent each of my digits. So for the 1, I pull out 1, for the 2, 2, then 4. I decided to make my second number blue just so I could tell them apart. I had a little trouble lining them up, so that's why you see it kind of moving around the screen a little bit. With some more practice, it would get smoother. Now it's time to start subtracting. I can't do 0 minus 4, so I take one of my reds away from that 4, and I can turn it into 10 that go above my blue 4. There they are. So now 10 take away 4 is going to get me 6. Now I'm left with 3 minus 3. So 3 minus 3 equals 0. And yes, I realize I wrote the wrong number next to that 4. Now you see my two decimals that I lined up. They have to go straight down to the answer, so it's a straight line of decimal points. Since I can't do 2 minus 8, I'm turning that 1 into 10 with my 2 there, so I've got 12 red that I'm going to take away the 8 blue from. And here I'm going to be left with 4. So my answer is 4.06. And that's the answer to 4 across on your assignment.